Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, and we are here in Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
We are at the American Association for Christian Counselors International Conference.
International.
And it's been an amazing time. Learned a lot, and we're going to get a chance to continue on with our hot topics for couples, for the newly married couples. So we have our jar.
We have our jar.
And are we ready?
The jar made it to Tennessee.
Made it to Tennessee. And so we've been learning a lot, spending a lot of good time together. You can see a beautiful environment, but we're getting ready to open up our jar. Hot topics, newly married,
and
here we go.
There it is.
I'm a little nervous because I don't know what this is.
We don't know what it's going to be.
We'll just delete it if it's not good.
No.
So here we go. By the way, beautiful surroundings as you can hear, and a fountain behind us. Hope it's not too distracting as it goes up and down. And now this is an interesting one. The question or the top topic given is marriage spiritual goals. Marriage spiritual goals. Okay?
What comes to mind?
Okay, well, wait, let me make sure I understand this. So when they say marriage spiritual goals, you're just married and you're setting goals for, of course, getting married. You just got married. Maybe thinking about everything else, future, children, home, career. So what about those goals that are purely spiritual, or just not purely, but just spiritual goals? The thought that comes to mind with that that topic is, what do you mean by spiritual? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think that means? Spiritual goals, marriage.
Spiritual goals brings to mind the thought, personally,
Go ahead.
in my walk with God, what would I like to see? If 6 months from now, what would I like to see? Is there something in my character that I'd like to work on? Is there something about God that maybe I want to know more about that I'm going to study out? That's what I thought about.
In your personal walk with God, having spiritual goals, as a newly married woman, or in this case, newly married.
And then maybe something about us together. I think about when we did This Is Us, where as a married couple, we make what was it called? A mission statement of what would we like God to do with us as a married couple together. That's what I thought about, maybe.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Definitely, like those things that you do individually, or you focus on it. When I think about a spiritual goal, I think I like to break it down into the goals that have to do with being closer to God, and then ministering as well to the people, others around you, including each other. I always think about it sort of comes out in whether it's how you want to serve as a couple together in your fellowship, in your church. I think of spiritual goals as what kind of devotional life you want to have together, in terms of prayer, in terms of studying things out scripturally together. Like I said, praying together. What is going to be a goal we're going to pray? When I think of also spiritual goals, specifically if there's some domain based on your talents as a couple that you would like to bring to your neighborhood, to your family, or to the body, to the church. That help?
Yeah. I think for us, the way we've thought about it is together how we're going to serve as a married couple.
Right. Well, I just thought of something. Let me say one thing I know that doesn't help. I'm going to exaggerate it. I feel like there's a philosophy that comes out of newly married couples is, it's just about us right now. We're newly married. We don't need to be doing nothing other than meeting each other's needs, just meeting each other's needs. We don't need no extra. We don't need no nothing. Like, just me, my wife, don't ask us to, I'm exaggerating. But the idea is, because we're newly married, we don't need to be doing anything other than
building between us.
And I can see this. One, that's not our experience. From the time we were married, we definitely were in a position of, now that we're newly married, how we're going to give now as a married couple. It looks
Right.
different,
Right.
but we're still serving other people in terms of whether that be, for us, it was helping with children's ministry. It was um,
Having-
leading a small group.
That is small.
It was helping train younger Christians still.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Like, it just was. But
Right.
go ahead.
No, I thought about as a newly married couple, if you really want to serve
Right.
and have a spiritual goal together, it's true. Thinking about your talent, like we were both teachers. You taught middle school, I taught elementary school, and so we thought children's ministry was
That seemed
perfect. We
appropriate.
got to use our talents there, and I know moving here, we thought about our neighborhood, and so we said we would do a monthly reach out to our neighbors, we'll have a dinner and invite our neighbors over. That's something as a married couple.
That's a spiritual goal.
Right, a spiritual goal we want to do for our neighbors since we're new and they're new. So it could look like a lot of different things. You could also say, do you want to pray together?
That's a goal. What would you like to have as a goal in terms of your prayer life together,
Right,
in terms of a devotional life together? But it's
Right.
something that's a goal. Like,
right,
we're going to pray together every day at this time, or we're gonna read from this devotional Bible through it
right,
on
right.
a weekly, like whatever it is. I do hear a goal, so I want to emphasize that a goal isn't just talking about it. It's something very
A
specific.
time, a date, and a place.
A time, a day, and a place that you're making a commitment to.
Yes.
But it's related to our spirituality.
Right. Like for us, I set an alarm in our clock in my phone that says pray with Antoine. That's the goal for you and I to pray together every day. It's like something you think about and you set a way to make it happen. I've gotten off of it and now I'm actually convicted that I need to get back on it with us walking the neighborhood and praying. I know it got real
It's too
hot.
hot.
I know it got hot. And we were
Yeah.
like, we're not doing that. But now that it's cooling down, we can get back to that's a goal. To walk our neighborhood and pray for the houses
That's a
and
goal.
the people that live in our neighborhood.
Yep. So look, I can give you this encouragement. When it comes to having spiritual goals, one, have them. The idea, look, you don't want to have a marriage where it's 2 ticks and no dog, where your whole thing is just, you need to make sure you meet my needs, and I need to make sure I meet your needs, and that's it. Like, stop. No, you
Right.
don't do anything. You don't do anything that goes beyond serving those around you. That I've seen create not a good start.
Right.
It's very American. It's very, you're being a great American, but you're not being a great Christian.
Right.
That's not Jesus. Jesus was a giver, no matter
Right.
what he was doing.
Right.
And then secondly, I would emphasize, one, don't have that mindset. But as you said, spiritual goals, really make them goals.
Right.
The old corny acronym, but it's not corny because it works. Specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable, and time-bound or time-oriented. Having a smart goal for things like our prayer times together. Things like, what role do we want to play in our church or in our families, in terms, or our neighborhoods, in terms of revealing God or in terms of helping other people get to know Him.
Right. The scripture I thought about was, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord.
Absolutely.
And your household right now may be just husband and wife. That's your household. And it will grow. And if you set the precedence for spiritual goals in your household, when your children are there, you just increase that goals to include them.
Have them. That's our only conclusion. And with that, thank you so much. And this has been great.
This has been great.